Hello, my little friends. I have a great story for you today. The person telling the story is this character right here. His name is Spot. Say hi, Spot. Hi, Spot. And this is the story about how Spot, and actually his name is Little Spot, learns online. Just like us, we're learning online. The same thing is going to happen with Little Spot, and he's going to help us figure out how we can make learning online just as awesome as learning in school is. So let's go ahead and get started. So there's our friend Little Spot. And in this story, you're going to notice there are some speech bubbles. And this speech bubble is pointing right at Little Spot. And this is what Little Spot is saying. He said, "Hi, my name is Spot. I hear you are going to start learning online, and I'm here to help." So here are our two kids that might look like you or a brother or a sister at home. And you can tell they are at home, and here the little girl is saying, "That's great. Learning online is new for us. So any tips would be helpful." So there's Little Spot again. And he says, "Absolutely. Learning virtually or learning online is like learning at school. It just feels a little different. Instead of learning in a classroom, you're going to be learning on a computer. And you'll see our classroom, but it again will be on the computer. You'll see all of your friends, but again, it will be on the computer. The best part is they will get to see you too." Now, this is where Spot is going to give us some ideas on how to be our very best. First of all, we're going to be able to see each other, my friends. So please make sure that you don't come in your pajamas. Coming to virtual school is just like going to regular school. So make sure that you wear something comfortable, but is still school appropriate. Get your mind ready to learn. Make sure you're in the green zone by waking up and getting cleaned up and staying on your regular schedule. Brush your teeth, wash your face, and this is so important. I'm going to start online every single day at 8 a.m. Before this time, I want you to make sure that you eat breakfast before you join us online. First of all, you don't want a grumbly stomach when you're trying to learn. And the other thing is, while we're in our learning zone and while we're working hard as a team of learners, it's not time to eat. It's time to learn. When you're eating, we'll be distracted by you. And if you're eating, you won't be able to learn as easy as you would if you eat breakfast before we join online. The other thing you want to do is be organized and prepared. Just like we don't want to leave our learning zone when we're learning, we don't want to leave our team, you don't want to leave our virtual learning anyway. You don't want to leave our virtual learning either. So have a water bottle nearby if you think you might get thirsty. Have your school supplies right next to you. Have that basket, your work basket, right next to you so that you can grab any supplies that you need. The biggest thing of all, my friends, what do you need to do before we start learning? Yes, please make sure you use the bathroom before we start online learning. You also want to make sure that you have a good place to sit. If you want to sit on the floor or the couch, that's fine, but you want to make sure that you're comfortable. If you're uncomfortable, you're going to be moving around a lot. And we know that if our bodies are moving around too much, it makes it hard for us to learn. So you might want to find a chair that helps you stay upright and focused. If you maybe don't have a chair, I bet you have a chair near your kitchen table or your dining room table that would work well. Plus, you'd have a table right there to work on also. You want to make sure it's a space that's pretty quiet. The less distractions, the better. The other thing would be, look behind you, because we're going to be able to see what is behind you on your computer. Look behind me. Do you see our classroom? Of course you do. So check what's behind you to make sure that it is school appropriate for us to see while you're doing your online learning. Turn off your TV, turn off your radio. Look around, make sure your toys are put away. This is not going to be a time to play with toys. Just like when we're at school learning together, we don't play with toys during a learning time. So make sure the toys are put away, the food or the snacks are put away, and any of those cute, cuddly pets are not going to bother you either. Now remember, we're going to try to still stay on time just like we do in school. I'm going to show you a schedule each day. I'm going to help you stay on schedule by telling you where to click in your Google Classroom. We are going to try to stay on time because that is being respectful and responsible. But here's the thing. You know how sometimes the camera on my computer goofs up? Yours might do the same thing on your iPad. If that happens, it's okay. Don't worry. What you might need to do is ask an adult for help. Make sure that your iPad is always fully charged, ready to start. And the other thing is, make sure, and we'll talk about this more, make sure you know where your mute button is. Your mute button. And we'll talk about that in just a little bit. Now you are ready to learn online. And just like at school, you can learn your best if your eyes are watching, your ears are listening, your mouth is quiet, your body is still, and your hands are in your lap. Wait a second. That sounds like check 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when that smile is on, that's how I know you are ready. And just like at school, if you have a question, raise your hand. I'll be able to see you. When I say your name, then you will turn your microphone on, and that's when you start to talk. So there's the little boy, and there's the little girl, learning and doing their best. And so here's what I want you to know. I know this is different. But here's what we can do to make this so much easier. We know that we can do things to make learning easier. We can do the same thing at home. So what I want you to do is take a look at your space. Is it all cleaned up and ready to go? Does it feel organized? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel like you are in the green and ready to learn? Because that, my friends, is what we have to do to make sure that we make learning virtually as awesome as learning at school is. So right now I want you to take a few minutes, check out your space. Do you have your school supplies ready? Do you have a nice space to work? Do you have a chair that helps you sit up nice and straight? A table? Do you have your school supplies? Do you have all those things ready to go? If you do, awesome. What I'll have you do then is check your spot, and if it's good to go, take a quick little break, and then I will see you back here at 9:15. I want to see your space, okay? All right, I trust that you will do this well. We know how to take care of ourselves, right? Right. I'm going to get my spot ready to show you. You get yourself ready to show me. I will see you soon.